Good morning. Welcome to Thursday. So I was thinking this morning and last night even, what did I want to share with the world today? And I was kind of unsure. It's weird for me. But what I realized is I'm feeling a little out of sorts. And I know that part of that is a combination of many things, but certainly including the energy of the world and what's going on in our country and has been for months now. Just that feeling that things aren't quote unquote normal, and how that shifts the energy for everyone, including me. And it takes a little bit more effort to stay in a good space. It takes more effort to maintain the space that I like to be in, mentally, physically, spiritually, all of it. It takes more effort because there's more energy being moved around, and energy that has myself and others feeling uncertain and unclear. And so that's what I was realizing this morning as I was walking, like, man, why am I not coming up with some like great material or some really good insight, which I still have, right? It's not like it went away. It's just not at the forefront of my mind, and it's not the thing I'm feeling as passionate about to share. And what I realized is, I just need to share what's going on with me and trust that what's going on with me is very well going on with you. And feeling out of sorts is part of living, even in the liberated lifestyle, and doing all the right things, attempting to, and doing all the, well, I don't call it all the right things anymore, but doing all the things that I know to help keep me in a good place, in a good space, in that liberated status. And there are days where it takes more effort to get there and stay there. And there are days where you simply just feel out of sorts. I've been house sitting for a friend, and so I'm not in my usual territory. And her plants, she's got like 40 plants. I'm actually not like a plant person, but I'm not a natural plant person. And her plants have had some bugs of some kind on them. And so that bug has like spread to like 3 or 4 of the plants, and it's indoors. And so I've been like negotiating all of that and like figuring that out. So that's like weighing on my mind, that sense of responsibility for someone else's things and things that they hold dear. And yeah, just a juggle, a handful of different things, nothing really all that significant. I feel a little bit run down. And so I'm like, oh man, what's going on with me? Physically, that kind of thing, and a little less motivated or a little less my peppy usual self when I've gotten out of bed the last several mornings. And the cool thing this week is I've been taking my niece one day and my nephew another day, which is like also amazing and wonderful opportunity to be closer and connected, which is my goal in life right now, to be connected and close with those people that bring me energy and that I most want to spend time with. And it's also like a dip in my routine. It's also like a shift in the routine. So it takes a little extra effort to adjust to it and prepare and plan and get my usual things done inside of it. So we're actually out at the pier this morning, and she is off and about discovering the pigeons and the fish. There's like a handful of fish out this morning, which I'm so glad, because yesterday there was nothing out to see. And it's been raining nonstop for days. So it's interesting and just such a good reminder. Our environment and the energy of what's going on in the world all has an impact on us and who we are, and the way we take in the world, and the way we take in ourselves, and the way we take in others. It all gets impacted. So to be conscious of that and really take the time, the extra time, to be sensitive to that, and the awareness that people are going through extra difficult right now. They're feeling it extra because there's all of this going on. And so when you're out and about, have that moment of pause. When you're out on the road, that person that just cut you off, they don't know you. They didn't cut you off, right? They're focused on their own energy and the stress that they're feeling in their own life and all of the energy that they're taking in from the world. And most people are watching hours of news, hours and hours of news, and taking in hours and hours of social media. And I don't do that. So like, I'm feeling it, and I safeguard a lot of what I take in to be able to maintain at this level in my life, to be able to maintain at that liberated status, at that where for me is really super healthy and doesn't overload my senses, essentially. I mean, it doesn't take, I don't need to like watch hours and hours of the footage of the riots and the protests and the video that started it all in order to be flooded with the emotions. We've been having these conversations and these circumstances go on for the 40 years that I've been alive. And I've been having intelligible conversations on this topic and many others for 20 years. And I feel like I'm having the same conversation. Anyway, not to get too far off onto that, but it's like, yeah, I don't need to watch hours and hours of the news and be completely overwhelmed and flooded with all of that and left feeling horrible and more confused and more uncertain and frustrated, because I've been having these conversations for 20 years. And yes, we need to keep talking about them. And I'd love to have some new conversations that would move the ball more forward and really approaching what I love to do, which is approach it from the learning and strategy perspective of what's the strategy of really helping people to connect with each other, because institutions don't change, people change. People drive change, and when people change, institutions change. When people change, anything we want is possible to change. We can change anything we want to when people change. And I have devoted my life's work to being about changing people and people who want to change, being able to change, including myself, hardcore, like including myself. So, all right, wanted to pass on the message and let you know if you're feeling a little out of sorts, it's totally normal. And take that extra effort to do the self-care things that you know that you need to do in order to keep you in a good space. And we're here at the pier enjoying a good morning walk and time for reflection and time to get our minds right. And you want to say hi? Here's a little hi from the cutie I get to spend my day with. All right, you guys, have a blessed day. And remember, love really is the best solution. Caring and showing concern for others helps you to be an even better person and transform any amount of anger or hate you might still have inside of you, as most of us do. Take care. As always, go do that thing you most want to be doing today. And I'll talk to you soon.